Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. Today we're going to be expanding one of the newest modular buildings that we recently placed in the LEGO City. And of course that modular building is the Arkham Asylum, which is right over here on Pop Culture Street. Is this going to be its finalized home? I don't know yet. I think so for now, just because we wanted it to be front and center because it's the newest modular building. But when we placed it beside the Avengers Tower and some of the other tall buildings within this block here, we soon realized that this building in its original state is pretty short. So we wanted to add an additional floor. Now there's lots of different ways that you could expand the Arkham Asylum. What you could do is buy 2 sets rather than 1, and then you could probably make it 4 floors rather than 2. But I mean, come on. After tax, that would run you like 800 Canadian dollars. That's pretty wild. And if you were to do that, you could grow it to 4 floors, or what you could do is do what another LEGO YouTuber did. That's Mini Superheroes Today. What he did was actually got 2 of them, built this as a mirror. So rather than building it this way, you build it as a mirror. We did that before with the pet shop once upon a time, a long time ago. So then essentially you have a U and another watchtower right here. Then you blast out this wall and the other wall, so you have some spare pieces there, and merge them together. And then you can relocate the gate, expand the gate and the fence, and have like this really cool U-shaped Arkham Asylum. But that doesn't fix the height problem. And it also costs you $800. And it also takes up 2 base plates rather than 1. So there's more real estate being consumed by a double modular building. Maybe we should have tried that, but we decided not to buy an additional Arkham. We actually picked some pieces from our inventory, and we ordered some additional pieces from LEGO.com. And then of course we sorted them by part type. So we've got like all our connectors, little 1x1s, small plates, modified bricks with the forward-facing studs, circular elements, windows, and we also ordered a bunch of additional windows for our inventory just to have them, such as the black ones for our train engine shed and white ones just to have for mocks or whatever it may be. Some additional snot bricks were ordered as well, but those are all sorted here in this bin. The Arkham set, or the expansion, uses a bunch of those as well. Then we've got 1x plate, larger plate, brick, and of course tile. So we had a lot of these pieces, but we also had to order a bunch from LEGO.com. So here we have Arkham Asylum on the LEGO website. This is the set number, 76300. So what we did was take that set number and search it in rebreakable.com. And when you do that, it's going to pull open all the mocks that you can create using this set, or mocks that you can create to expand the set. By mocks, I mean my own creations, but it's really their creations. But there's some designers on here, and what they've done is they've essentially like taken the second floor of the Arkham Asylum and like transcribed that from the instructions into their own instructions, and also provided a parts list. So for example, Bardic Bricks has done 2 different floor expansions. We have this one here that doesn't have an extension for the watchtower, and then there's this one here that has an extension for the watchtower. So this one looks like this. It's got the tall watchtower on the side, and this one here, there is no watchtower on the side there, like no extension. So you got the 2 different options, and of course you can merge those options and you could make this 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. Just like this one here. But in my opinion, I think this is just a little bit too tall. But the nice thing about just doing it floor by floor is if my opinion changes on that, well, then we can order the parts and make an additional floor. But I was looking at Bardic Bricks' page here, and he's done some other expansions for the Arkham Asylum. Look at this one. It's called the Arkham Ascend. Oh my gosh, this thing is just huge. That's big. I wonder how many pieces? 5,088 pieces. Wow. That's something to consider. And also, when I searched the set number, I found a different mock as well, which is similar to the one that I was describing earlier, the one that Mini Superheroes Today did. This is the double Arkham Asylum. So yeah, you've got the gate in the middle, and then you essentially mirror build it and merge the 2 buildings. That's something to consider. These instructions right here are free, but it's going to take up 2 base plates in the city, and of course it's going to be more parts, therefore more money to create. But yeah, there you go. There's instructions. This would not be hard to do on your own. Just mirror build the second one, wipe out the walls, and merge the two buildings. But we've decided to go with Bardic Bricks' second floor without the watchtower, and if we ever want to expand it and add the watchtower, we could do that by adding an additional floor. But who knows, maybe one day we'll want to relocate this in the city and make it a double corner like this one here, just by mirror building a second set, or do something completely different like the Arkham Asylum. That thing looks crazy. And it would be fun just to buy two sets, part them out, and then just like build your own. You know, I feel like these superhero buildings are very modular style, and they're very easy to like supersize, just like I did with the Daily Bugle. As you know, when you purchase instructions from rebrickable.com, well, the instructions are just like LEGO instructions. So we followed along and built another floor. There are some part substitutions that we had to make, such as the dark brown arch over here. Also, these windows should be like the standard windows, but unfortunately we don't have any right now. It turns out dark gray standard windows, that being like these ones in black, are actually quite scarce. They're not in a whole lot of sets. In the front window, you can see a game reference. That's TT Games. Their TT Games logo there. And then we have a staff break room. There were some printed elements that we decided not to order just because, well, they weren't available, and we didn't feel like placing a Bricklink order, but we just replaced those with some other print pieces that we have in our inventory, such as the boat and the bridge. Classic. There's also a washroom right there, and in the washroom is a bat referencing the Batman, which is pretty cool. There were some other parts that we didn't have, such as the half circular elements. We decided just to use full circular elements. So now we have a couple shelves just coming into the room, I guess. No need to place special orders for those. May as well just use the parts from our inventory. Some other things that we didn't order or didn't have access to were the 4 long 2x4 elements like this here. But all we did was just put more 1x2s. But for example, behind that one, there's not an additional 1x2. So there's a small gap there, but you can barely notice that. And that's the thing, when you build rebrickable models, you can always make part substitutions, make exceptions, sort of just change some things up. Now, this one does have some references to some characters as well. So within here, there is a reference to polka dot. There's some polka dots on the wall there. And this one just has a calculator underneath the bed, so that's a reference to calculator. And then this one's supposed to have like a little puppet in there, but we decided not to build it for ventriloquist, tongue twister of a word for me, but he's supposed to be in there. But yeah, we've got jail cells that open and close just like the original model, and it's going to be compatible with the original set. So I'm pretty excited about seeing it in the city. I like how it's fully tiled off, and it looks great. So it's a perfect addition to the Arkham Asylum. Maybe we should have ordered even more pieces to create the additional floor, though, with the extension of the guard tower. I guess we'll see how it looks next to the Avengers Tower. So here we go. We'll just remove the roof like so, and then grab the additional floor and pop it on. It all should line up nicely. It's funny, the designer of the additional floor, I think they issued the instructions for this extension before the set was even available. There we go, that's perfect. And now the roof, and voila, just like that, we have a taller Arkham Asylum that definitely better matches up with the height of everything in this area. Looks like there's like some slight misalignment happening here though. Is that just something I did? There's something with the connections. It's weird because the way that this angle is achieved, there's like the connector that's like a circle or like a stud, and it has the bar element, so maybe it just needs to be like pushed in a little bit. But look, there's like a little bit of a gap there. Interesting. I went in there and removed a tile that was on the face of that shelf. It was colliding with a piece, but it didn't really fix it either. It's built the same way, so I don't really know what's going on there. I'm not going to let it bother me too much, though. Maybe it's just a little bit rustic, okay? The building has shifted in the foundation a little bit. That's the story. That's what I'm going to stick to it. They've got like this giant battle going down here, and it's chaos, everybody. But there we go. That's the additional floor for the Arkham Asylum, done by Bardic Brick on rebrickable.com. Pretty sweet. I think it looks awesome on Pop Culture Street. Could it move in the future? Once again, it probably could. But for now, it's just going to be front and center on Pop Culture Street just so we can see it. And there you go, a little aerial shot for you before we head out for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.